Hello guys, and welcome back to my next tutorial. In this one, what we're going to be doing is just some general cleanup and some slight debugging. Now, to start us off, what I'm going to be doing is, do you remember this bit when we were casting to the item battery then to the flare? And this is a really bad way of doing it. I'm going to show you a better way of doing it. So all we need to do is cast to the item parent and then call a function on that, and that should work for all of its children. And the next step is just a slight bug that's been annoying me recently with the post process with the night vision. That's a simple fix. I've already done mine, but if you just close down all these things here at the side, you should have it the enabled boolean false by default. Otherwise you're going to start in night vision automatically even if you've got the flashlight active or whatever. It's just a bit annoying really. And the final thing is, I'm just going to quickly show you what I did last night after I finished the UI tutorial for the flashlight, because I came up with a better way of doing it. And yeah, let's get started. The first one, I've already shown you how to do the post process, just disable that, that'll be fine. Next one, the items. So let's go to the item. I'm going to add in a new function. I'm just going to call mine add item. Now this is going to be just an empty function in the parent. If we compile it though and go to its children, item battery, you should now be able to go to the functions tab, override, and you should be able to see add item here. Click on that and you should have a call to the parent, and you should just drag in your add battery into there, and that should add your battery regardless of whether or not you're casting to the item battery class. Do this, compile it, and do the same for the flare. Go to the override functions, add item. Do it after the parent call. I'm not really sure if it makes a difference or not. I didn't have time to test that, but I just know that this should work. So if we go back to the third person character after doing that, get rid of all these casts and just literally other actor cast to item. And drag it up, line it up. You don't have to line it up, it's just a nice way to tidy up the blueprints. As item, add item. I'm saying item a lot, I do realise, but you know, occupational hazard at this point. So if we compile this, and if I go back to the third person character map where I should have a battery already in the world, there we go. And you can already see the slight UI improvement that I've made in the top left. And if I start running around, you can see that the flashlight still works, but if I add the battery, it increments. There we go. Oh yeah, I had a comment the other day asking how to do foot IK. I'm just going to show you quickly that I have actually started working on that a little bit. I've finished the research part of it. I'm just now going into recording the actual tutorial on how to do it, trying to make it a bit more streamlined, a bit more easier for you guys to understand, and still make sure it works, which is the main point. Now, so that bit's done. The UI, if you go here, if I go to the UI element that I made last night, I have made, if it will load, just a quick little separate widget that should not take you very long to make. I'll go through it as well, just to make sure that you guys understand how to do it. It's that flashlight widget that we've been making with a spacer and a text block in a horizontal box. That's literally all it is. So if I just get rid of all of this, what you want is a box. Just scroll down until you find horizontal box. There we go. And in this box, what we want is, we go down to user created, we want the flashlight, and type in search palette spacer. What this will do is it will, okay, not as a child of the flashlight of the box. What this will do is it will add some space in between two elements. I want about 50 units wide. space in between this widget and the text that'll go beside it, this, which we'll add now. There you go. Now this text block, what this will do is it will create binding. I've already made mine. But if we go to the graph, I can actually show you what I've done. You grab the flashlight. I can actually just get rid of this. Pause it now if you want to just quickly do it now, but I'll go through it. Okay, that's enough time for you to pause it. So, flashlight, get player reference, number of batteries. If I can drag it off instead of dragging it around. And what we want is for that to go into a pen. Okay, we need to convert it to a string first, and then that'll go into an append as component B. This append will go into the text return node because it will have to convert it. The append will have number of batteries. Colon space. There we go. We drag this back over here so there's a bit more space. Now, this alone won't change the widget. What you need to do now is go to your HUD widget that I've been making, and I've made the widget switch on the left and the stamina on the right. That might catch you out a little bit, so watch out for that. So I've just made the full flashlight widget there, and I've just replaced the flashlight tutorial with that. So if you go to your graph, all I've done differently here is I've gotten the full flashlight, and then I've just gotten the flashlight widget that is a child of it, and set the player reference on that. Just drag this out, just drag out flashlight, and set player, crank out player reference there. That's all you need to do. So yeah. For that guy who wanted to have a quick look at how to do the foot IK, it's animation blueprint. I have actually been working on it pretty much for the past 2 or 3 hours. Got a load. And this is the function that I'm going to have to try and break down for you guys. So yeah, and I've got this one as well, which isn't nearly as complicated. And yeah, I'll go through the animation blueprint soon. I'll not start you off with foot IK. Trust me, I was confused enough with how to do that. And I'm pretty good with the animation blueprints in Unreal. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I'm not entirely incompetent with them. What else was I going to do? I had something else. Oh yeah. If you guys don't know how to set your own categories in Unreal, what you literally have to do is just type in a new one here. If you don't know how to comment, all you do is you highlight an area, and you press C on your keyboard, and that will generate a new comment box. Anything else that I'm missing? I know I had another person wanted to do a quick turn in Unreal. I'm still working on that. I need to get the shooting animations done as well. I could go into the Unreal Marketplace, into my vault, and see if there's anything. I'd ideally want to make sure that the assets are going to be free for you guys to use as well. That's one thing that I don't want to change. I want to make sure that everything that I do you can do free of charge, open source software, everything. But yeah. So we're going to be going over how to use Blender, Unreal. I might do some Unity tutorials in the future as well. I know there are loads of free open source software out there, like Krita for you guys who want to do Photoshop work. You've got You've got armor paint for the texture artists. You've got, what else have you got? I know there's loads, but anyway, I can go through them in a different tutorial. I'll just leave that all here though. Save all, and yeah, that's it. I just wanted to do a quick little tutorial on how to clean up your blueprints, how to debug some of the stuff that we've been going through so far, stuff that I've noticed, and just to make sure you guys know that I do read all your comments. I do write down stuff that you guys want me to cover, and I do try and get them done. And if you've got any other suggestions for me, just please do leave them down below. I do want more suggestions. I'm sort of running out of ideas already. I might do some AI tutorials as well. That might be pretty cool. If you guys want me to do that as well, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.